going on, Internet? How's it hanging? We're back with another RWBY review and nearly 3/4 of the way through this volume.
You make it sound like you're slogging through another family dinner with the in-laws.
Well, it nearly is. Now, this volume's had its ups and downs, but on the whole, it's been pretty good when it came to giving us some wonderful character growth alongside some plot developments. However, we always seem to get that one episode that just dumps a bunch of exposition on us like it thinks it's some sort of anime.
The first was back in the trailers, where we went for a roller coaster ride with Yang, finding out that this shrimp here was her sister.
Still not buying that.
Then Blake and Weiss just dumped their history on us at the end of Volume 1. Then the whole team decided to vomit up their stories in the last few episodes of Volume 2, like they ate too much exposition mellows. And then in Volume 3, Cinder suddenly surmises that she doesn't have a backstory submitted. And now here in Volume 4, Crow just throws a whole bunch of pseudo mumble jumble, thinking that will suffice as a plot summary.
What's he think this is? My 13-page book report of Mice and Men? Well, since we're talking about it, might as well get to the recap.
As I said, Crow pretty much spilled the beans, what few Miles and Carrie were able to put in the bowl, on what is really going on in RWBY. It seems to have to do with the usual anime plotline of ancient gods creating a world where there's a good older brother and a young evil brother, which I take offense to because in no way was my spoiled older bro good. Well, the team is also having a hard time coming to grips with the fact that Crow not only spoiled the origins of the Grimm, ruining their mystique, but that the dynamic deities also left behind 4 relics after they created man, each a gift that the sentient race possessed: creation, destruction, knowledge, and choice. Which really doesn't make much sense, as you can't create without destroying, nor vice versa, and you kinda need some knowledge to do either. Not to mention that free will is still being debated to this day, but when has this show ever made sense?
Well, the bumblebee is still not a thing, so I get your point.
And it is these relics that our wicked worm-filled woman is after, as well as RWBY, since she is a silver-eyed warrior, and Salem can't have one of those running around, getting dirt all over the walls and randomly playing hide-and-go-seek, the annoying little cutie. And we see how bad that can be with a scene from the Bella Booties, as Blake's emotional time with her data booty is interrupted by Sun sneaking to see. And then her stress relief session of smacking Sun is also interrupted by a shadowy white thing watching them. We might be getting off to Blake slapping the monkey. However, we've got bigger problems, as Team Ranger now have to decide whether to bury the body or leave it for the crows.
I hope the fans make you suffer, Kick Vicar.
Well, they'll have to wait because it's time to start the review. Lakana, roll the clip.
9 episodes in, still don't care. Hey, it looks like we're back with Yang and— oh my god, Sly! Look at that cute little guy and those stubby deformed legs. Well, as we can see, we catch up with Ty and his girl in the middle of some training. However, despite Yang surprised on how well her new arm works and feels, Ty says that her balance is all wrong.
I saw your tournament fights. You were predictable. And stubborn. And maybe a little boneheaded. Do you realize that you used your semblance to win every fight after the qualifiers?
Yeah, and it was awesome!
Well, as Ty puts it, her semblance is basically
A temper tantrum.
explaining that it comes in handy that she can double bond what she can take, but it's an outburst that can leave her open to someone more level-headed or stronger. While it's a great fallback to have, she can't rely on it getting her out of trouble, as it may, well, cost her an arm or a leg. She needs to think things through.
You definitely have your mom's stubbornness.
Oh, so now we could talk about her?
Well, Zwei is between you two, so if you try to kill him, you'll get distracted by the cute little puppy, giving him a head start.
Sorry I remind you of her.
Don't be. Raven was great in so many ways.
I'm sure she was.
Lakana!
I'm proud of how much of her I see in you. But I'm glad I don't see all of her in you.
Why?
Ty explains that Raven was complicated, but not when it came to thinking things through, as, like her daughter, she thought that the best way to deal with her problems were to punch through it. Honestly, I don't see the flaw in that logic. Always works when I do it.
Open sesame!
Ow. He goes on saying that she had some issues that drove their team apart, but that isn't Yang. She can be better than Raven.
One more before dinner.
Speaking about pushing past flaws, we see that Weiss is still trying to master control over her own semblance. However, this is interrupted.
Hello, sister.
Wait,
Shetley.
wrong word.
I know what I said.
Yes, this little brat is here to brag that he's heading into town with her father on business.
Are you jealous? Is that why you hate me? Are you jealous of my abilities? Of Winter's?
No. Honestly, I find it barbaric.
Oh, he jelly!
He's so jelly.
He jelly, I tell you!
He jelly as helly.
Here, have some toast, cause you fucking jelly!
Well, this jelly in the belly asks, what good is a huntsman compared to an army? Even one run by Ironhead. But at Weiss's growing coldness, the little shit finally realizes that it's best not to invoke the wrath of someone carrying a very sharp object.
Enjoy your training, however pointless it is. What is your plan anyway? What do you hope to accomplish while trapped in your own...
No, that's not what happened, but it would have been pretty funny.
Well, thanks to her brother's appearance, Weiss tries again, and with a small explosion that causes Klein to burst into the room, discovers that the Great White Knight has finally arrived to serve his queen.
Klein, I need a favor.
We then suddenly cut to Blake pursuing the White-Fanged spy. However, this little lizard's a crafty one. Sort of. Didn't even try to run away or anything. I don't think you understand how a smoke bomb works. The monkey then managed to scroll and pin the girl, which causes Blake to stop to admire this erotic scene.
My girl.
But Sun reminds her to focus, though that becomes harder when the spy's mask falls off to reveal...
Ilya.
Wait, you know her? But she doesn't even look like a...
And the Black Sun is dead. Party!
He's not dead!
Party!
God damn it, he's not dead!
Party!
No, forget it, we're moving on!
Like we're gonna do with your stupid ship. Party!
Well, it turns out that the two seem to know each other, but before she can do more than stare, the color me in Faunus finally remembers how to ninja and flees.
Son! Son! No, 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 not again, please! Help! Somebody!
And he died. Party!
Well, Sun's not the only one being told to hold on. As the three come across some signs, Crow begins mumbling incoherently, clearly delirious. So, how is this any different from him being drunk? Well, it might be the purple stand-in for something that would have made this a PG-13. Yeah, like 9-year-olds aren't already killing each other in GTA. So the three have to make a hasty decision on which path to take. I say 3 cause while taking the mountain would be shorter, it's clear that Crow might not make it. However, Ren is defiant on not going to the destroyed city of Kuroyuri, despite how much safer it may be, or that it may have medicine.
You're not going to find anything. We just have to press on.
Wow, Neith! You're certainly putting those extra lines to good use.
He who speaketh against the own brother speaketh against the gods, and thus must be put to death.
But before a fight breaks out, Nora explains that they could split up, she and Ren heading the swifter way to Mistral for help, as the others take Crow to the ruined city. Well, Jean tries to explain that that's a stupid idea. I mean, what do you think this is, a horror film? But Ginger exclaims that there's no time for safety. They need to move.
No, I don't like whiskey. Water, please.
Okay, with Crow clearly getting worse, the four see that they have no choice. They wish the others luck before setting off.
They're gonna be fine, John.
You don't know that.
Well, they may be fine, but it looks like you two will need all the luck you can get. Which probably won't happen with Crow nearby, but he's dying, so, you know. Also, oh no! What foreboding horrors await Ruby and her?
No, we're not doing that again!
Okay, what? Why not?
Because I don't want to blow out my vocal cords trying to make that voice again!
Oh, okay, I guess I'll go back to my trailer.
Yeah, you do that.
Jerk.
Anyways, guys, yep, on that foreshadowing moment, the episode ends, and yeah, Team Ruby's back! Or at least all back on the same episode.
Though, seeing how this was all set up, they should have called it Team Yubber, fighter of stale story building, cause yep, we get even more poor plot baloney sandwiched between a bunch of bready cliches. But like slices of bacon, the characters make it all worthwhile. And we got some really good scenes with them, with Ruby's dilemma as she must put up with whatever's eating Ren, with Weiss about to have Klein cook Wheatley to eat, with Blake trying not to eat Sun, and Yang making her father eat his own words. And actually, I have a confession to make. I did cut out a second fight which ended Yang's story. But considering that Rooster Teeth has already cut out more of my waifu, both from the volume and my heart, it didn't seem to be a problem. In all honesty, I think it actually made the scene better, ending it with a good cliche of encouraging words, rather than rushing her development again.
Because I won't stand here and deny.
Yes, you will, cause like a crackhead, you can't help yourself.
It was really interesting seeing Yang back on our feet, both physically and emotionally. But
F***ing told you.
Like I said, the rush to get her here was at the sacrifice of her character. It was possible to add more scenes of her here and there, especially if Rooster Teeth stopped checking out and just made RWBY have 20-minute long episodes rather than the average 15. I mean, there's a lot you can do in just 5 minutes.
As my golden hole keeps telling me, I will tend the garden when I damn well please.
All we really needed was 2 or 3 more scenes with her. 1 or 2 of her still struggling, definitely one of them where she's even crying over what just happened to her. 1 with her finally fully understanding that her sister is out there and possibly in danger. And 1 where she forces herself to face her fears and puts on the arm. But we didn't get that and now it's too late. It doesn't hurt her character too much, as both Yang and Barbara are too awesome for that, but it's a sad disappointment for the viewer who won't get to see what I just described. Admit it, you nearly teared up picturing Yang crying on her bed after just having torn her room apart in pain of what she's lost.
But with every dark cloud comes a silver-haired lining, and though she no longer has any control over the family's future, at least according to her dick of a dad, Weiss isn't going to let that hold her down.
Now this is a swift scene done right. Not only did we have enough time to see Weiss internally weep, withstand her father's wishes, and will herself to win, but what a win this is. For where the boar was just a sudden surprise to all, here we get an emboldening victory for the Ice Queen. As to what her next move will be, we need only look to her sister for a clue. Now on the other end of the spectrum, for someone who is done running, Blake, in spite of what she just said about not wanting anything to do with White Fang, so readily chased after one, showing that deep down she is neither done with that group nor with their cause. And it looks like they aren't done with her either, whoever this Ilya may be. It seems that she may be an important person to Blake, or perhaps it's the other way around. The way that she had so many opportunities to strike the kitty, or fade into the night and make her getaway, and yet she didn't. Perhaps she wanted to be confronted, as is seen with her first chance to flee under the cover of the smoke, but again, didn't. And seeing how quickly she stabs Sun, she's not afraid to hurt someone, except maybe Blake. Her color change is another sign that other kinds of fondness exist, but it also maybe connect her to her emotions. Either way, it looks like we're getting another interesting character on our hands.
As well as another interesting ship.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing.
Well, anyways, even that is not the most interesting part of the scene.
Once again, Blake is finding herself responsible for someone else she cares about getting hurt. And while she might not have actively done anything to get Sun injured, as seen with her hesitation, it's again from her lack of doing something. However, this time there really isn't any other place to run. There are no other homes to go to, the world isn't safe to roam, and she just reconnected with her parents. It seems like our Shadow Cat will have to face reality and confront her fault of fleeing when things get hard.
Hey, don't judge her for not liking hard things.
In any course, like with Weiss, I'm really looking forward to seeing how things turn out between these two.
And it looks like these two won't be the only ones having to confront difficulties in the near future. Considering the weird ones that we've been seeing lately, and Ren's and Nora's previous reaction to it, I think it's fair to say that that hoofprint we've been seeing belongs to a Grimm. But what kind? Considering all the mythical beast-like forms that these monsters have been taking, it's likely to be something similar. Like a centaur or satyr. Ooh, maybe it'll be a big-ass minotaur. Wouldn't that be pretty epic to see them fight?
In either case, it should be more entertaining than how the plot has been going.
Here we go again.
I've said in the past that the character development and focus has been the strong suit in RWBY's favor. Maybe not the character, then at least the show. But eventually they would need a story to go along with that. The last volume was pretty much where this peaked, but after that it's been pretty slow. Now there's a reason for that I'll get to at the end of the season, but for now it looks like the dynamic doofuses are back at it again. We had Yang clichédly hop back on her feet, we had Weiss be stereotypically pushed by a bratty bully to find her true strength, we had Blake get the run-of-the-mill run-across with an old friend turned evil, and now we're getting the usual past come back to haunt someone, with Ren suddenly being so unusually stubborn, and not to mention talkative. This dude has had more lines in one episode than Monty got in his entire run. I mean, if it wasn't because of the fact that he doesn't talk that much already, I would have been mad that Ren isn't just coming out with something bad happened to me and I don't want to deal with it, so leave me alone, Mom! However, what's piqued my interest to push past some of those cliches is Nora's response. Someone you normally have to trank with enough sedative to kill the Goliath before they can even begin to speak at an audible pace, suddenly not talking about something is kind of scary. I mean, this is the girl that is likely to just blurt out her private affairs, so why is she all of a sudden so quiet about this? Unless she knows. We were told that they both are orphans, and seeing her react to Ren's reactions, either they grew up in the same orphanage, or their friendship stretches back further than that. It's hard to tell with so little given about them, not help with Ren's sudden portrayal of Colonel Jessup.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
But with this season coming to a close soon, we may eventually get our answer. Or Rooster Teeth would continue to screw with us.
There's only one way to find out! Google it! Oh, and watch in the next episode. And now I'll see you all next time, but till then, thank you all for watching. If you enjoy my videos, please give a like and hit subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified and leave a comment. I'm Ricardo, the Cynical Critic. For me, no movie's sacred, no video's safe, but all deserve a chance. I'll catch you guys next time. Toodles! Ugh.
By my life or death, I can protect you. I will. You have my sword. And you have my bow.
And my axe.
No one personnel!